Good morrow.
Morning.
Let's see, what can I procure today? Suppose it is self-serving. Everything is grabbable in this world, holy shit. Do you mind if I join you? It seems like that is the only table with not a lot of stuff on it.
It's fine.
You are too kind. I'm just gonna...
Whoever closed didn't clean up after.
Yes, what I believe it is more of a self-serving. There we go.
I don't suppose this place would know anything about tea.
Mayhaps not.
This won't do.
Well, I'm willing to share my food with you.
And why would I accept food from a stranger?
Well, the fact that I kind of come with the expectations that the bill will be split.
Do you do this often in order to gain half a meal?
Yes, when I'm trying to get by. It also allows for good company. An opportunity of both kinds, both financially and socially.
Very well.
Yes, the chairs are a bit rickety.
This is to be expected
Hmm.
for an underground tavern, I suppose.
Yes. That is odd. I don't think my chair agrees with me. Well then. Shall we?
You first.
Of course. Home. So, anything planned for today? Anything exciting?
Suppose there's plenty to be excited about. Haven't you heard?
Ah,
An arrival of an airship. What could be more exciting than that, if it's true?
I suppose it's not something you see every day.
No. I'm curious of its captain.
Yes, I do plan on. That is partially why I came here, actually. A traveling boat that treads the terrain of both land and sky, overcoming the seas. I'm pretty sure the nomads would be blushing with how jealous they are of it.
I suppose blushing is a term for it.
Flustered.
And yourself? Plans for the day?
I suppose getting acquainted to a town that I might leave soon. Traveling from place to place is kind of my sort of get-to, so I suppose this airship is quite perfect for someone like me. Pretty sure new people come on board all the time. New faces all the time. Nothing to get attached to. Nothing but your own work.
I suppose I'm quite curious myself who all they let aboard this airship.
Perhaps for the right coin.
Certainly coin will not be in it.
Wish I had that same luxury.
Well, then isn't it wonderful that we are sharing a meal this morning? And in such good company as well.
Just barely scrounging by the teeth of my skin. In hopes.
That makes you sound quite desperate. Does
Quite.
it often work for you?
Honesty is a virtue. Though there is no harm in telling you the honesty. It's more so, what would most likely hurt it is if I was so honest with the captain and crew of how much I wanted to get on to that airship. The more desperate I sound, the more I think they would charge me. Or turn me away, like a vagabond.
And why wouldn't they want you on board? What was your name again?
Forgive me, I have not told. It is Jasper Sarvel. Nomadic bard. Although the appearances might sort of deceive you that I'm a sort of clown or jester.
Ah, yes. A jester is what I had expected.
You and everybody else, though I wouldn't. I assume that I dress for the occasion. It does not.
It suits you quite well.
It does not help me stand out, does it not?
Indeed it does.
Advertisement. I have to say no words and people look my way.
How fortunate for them.
And yourself?
Me. We keep it simple on the roads.
Perhaps I should heed your advice then.
You'd be wise to do so.
Although it has carried me for perhaps the more so of 40 years, 30.
Then I suppose carry on. And see how much further it takes you.
Well, it's kept me alive for more than a little less than half a century. I do wonder how much people meet their fates with by enunciating their whole entire name. What sort of troubles it brings. I best be on my way then.
Enjoy the town.
And you do have half, correct?
Of course.
Don't be a stranger, May.
I will not bid the same to you, Jester.
I thought that was a person. I forgot how he stands. Woodworks. Lumbering oaths of Jack. Phooey, I was too late. Dang it, I was gonna take that croissant. Suppose I should sort of get more acquainted with these alleys. Getting to know which parts of the city I should avoid and escape routes should I ever be caught between a hard place and a mugging. A shade. How curious. Good morrow. Ah, a fellow elf.
Ah, yes. You would be correct.
Well then, it's good to see a familiar face then. The one I'm not acquainted to.
Almost familiar then, perhaps.
Almost. I like the sounds of that. Don't mind me, I was on a leisurely stroll of getting more acquainted with this town. I arrived here, the other day during the night, so I am still quite new to it.
I am also fairly unfamiliar with it, but it is quite quaint.
Yes. Shall we get accompanied together then, as well as get accompanied?
Yes, why not?
Oh my. That man is literally brandishing his weapon out in the public.
It's almost twice the size.
I assume nothing's that way, so... Unless you were planning on going to the right over there. It is the town square.
I have no plans. I am more than happy to follow your lead.
Very well then. So what brings you to this part of the side of the world?
I'm here on... I'm acting as an envoy for our king.
Aha. Then perhaps I'm in the presence of a noble?
Perhaps you might be.
Then to what do I owe this honor to?
The name is Lord Elrond Faven. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Lockborn, you said?
Elrond Faven.
Elvin Baven. Well then, Lord Baven, would that be correct?
Lord Faven would be correct, yes.
Lord Baven. Okay.
And yourself?
Unfortunately, I am not of a name of remembrance. Just a simple nomadic bard. Though I assume the getup I'm having might be a bit contradictory to that. I assure you it is all an advertisement scheme. Huh, another tavern. Though this one seems to be just purely a tavern. Very well. Self-serving as well. I have breakfast with you, but I ate shortly after I woke up.
I wonder who that might be. Just a little unnerving.
I'm a little more interested in the cat.
It does look possessed almost.
Must have had to stand very still for such a painting.
I suppose that must be it.
Well then, let us not lollygag here for too long. Pretty sure we might be inquired to sort of pay for just simply standing here. Oh, hello.
Doorways, evening. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Is there drinks?
I'm pretty sure it's self-serving for as long as you have the coin.
Self-serve? Oh, damn it. There's always a catch.
I'm pretty sure that is just a sort of common or custom shop.
I think I have that. There you go.
Are you unfamiliar
3
with
silver pieces.
that?
No, not in the slightest.
That's strange.
Where do I put it?
You would most likely put it in those sacks of coins over there, good sir. You seem to be very, very far away from home.
You have no bloody idea.
Are you from the northern?
Which way is north?
It is that way, good sir.
I'm from Valinor, like the mountains that are...
The
I
north.
think they said east. Aye.
In
The
Valinor.
mountains there, and then...
Ah,
say again?
That would indeed be the north.
Then yes, I'm from the north.
How does one find their way in such a place without not quite knowing where they've come from?
Well, when your family members throw you in the desert after putting ink on your body, it tends to happen.
from the north to the south, you've touched almost every part of the world at this point.
It?
Yes,
I've never seen a map of this place. I'm not quite sure how far I've gotten, just, that I've gotten.
very well. Any reason for that weapon, though? I'm just a bit uneasy.
A sword?
Yes.
Yeah, I always have my weapons with me.
Yes, I'm saying why do you feel the need to be armed in the middle of a town square?
I'm not sure what's out here. I never
That
leave.
you are far from any sort of beast. The only thing that would be of danger to you is people. Most people, but they are most likely smaller than you.
People have the worst
And
beasts.
in broad daylight.
Listen,
I
there's a lot in the desert.
this
Not
isn't the
even
desert,
about
good sir.
I know.
I don't think you
Not
do
like
know.
it's
Find
you-
it slightly more hospitable than the desert is. A little more civilized, perhaps.
Anyway, I don't want any trouble. I'm not gonna hurt anybody.
No, I'm pretty sure we are the ones who don't want the trouble.
Oh, I'm not gonna- I don't know if I fucking-
Says the man with
how
a
many did you
sword.
say again?
You can buy a drink for 4 or 3 silver pieces. That is the common sort of standard.
Alright. could take a whole bottle.
Just curious.
A drink, good sir, not a bottle.
Damn it.
I'm pretty sure even you could possibly figure out that that is not equivalent exchange.
Don't mind me.
Shall we head off?
Of course, after you. When did a bard become such a concerned keeper of the peace?
Keeper of the peace sort of keeps my peace.
See,
Yes,
purely self-preservation.
of course. Good morning.
Oh, morning.
Good morning. I'm. Forgive me. Is it a normal custom to sort of bring out weapons in the middle of a town square? It's just that maybe I'm out of the loop. I ran into a man who apparently touched all surfaces of the sides of the world and is somewhat lost. Still had a sword to his side.
As in drawn?
No, just one at his side. One usually carries it in sort of like in protection or expecting trouble. But here we are out in broad daylight is all.
Well, I'm actually a traveler, so I need to keep expensive toys with me. I'd rather not just let them stay at the inn personally.
That makes more sense. This man seemed to have seen danger all around him and thinks that there could be danger here, but there is none.
No, yeah, a safe little place like this? No, I would be surprised if you had to worry about bandits jumping out from behind a bread stall, you know?
Yes, not much to sort of shake down here. Can't imagine any mugging either, but I suppose that is true anywhere. Again, though, broad daylight.
My apologies, I did not actually introduce myself. My name is Gideon. Pleasure to meet you.
The Lord should be able to introduce himself first.
Lord Elrond Thaven, envoy from the King of Valinor. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure is mine, your lordship.
I am simply accompanying him as an acquaintance. I am Jasper Sarvel, nomadic bard.
Ah, a bard.
That is true.
I was never much one for the musical arts myself. Couldn't carry a tune if you gave me a bucket, you know?
Could you dance like as if you had no two left feet, though?
Oh, not at my age. No dancing.
Well then, I hope that, I do hope that if I have a sort of musical tune that catches your jig, that you do not stand up then.
I can still enjoy the music, even if my feet will not be moving to it, you know? I will not bother you and his lordship any further. Please enjoy the rest of your day.
You as well, Giddy.
You as well.
That was more pleasant than the previous sort of meeting.
Yes, I'd say that it was, indeed.
I had bears for a hobby, but nothing special.
We already walked across from one side to the other.
Yes, I'm just more so trying to get a lay of the land, both all corners.
It was just a commented how small of a settlement I find myself in.
This is small to you?
Oh yes. Yes, very small. And I suppose fairly low as well. Used to the sights of the spires and the city.
It has its charm. I can promise you that.
But what is it that brings a wandering bard to this corner of the world?
I go where the work leads. Simple coinage. Nothing exciting, unfortunately. Good morrow.
Well, I guess it's
Good morrow.
Morning.
Morning.
That's friendly. I guess it's either wait for later or...
Okay, I thought I could grab one of these. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out what I can put my finger in.
I see. Oh. I see. That must be a bardic pastime.
Just shoving my finger into people's foods.
Though it would seem.
No, I promise you I'm not that much of a menace. If I had, I'm pretty sure I'd lose my fingers by the time I met you, and I tend to keep my hands. It's important for a bard.
One
Amanda?
does usually find them most useful.
This is the town square I was speaking of. Yeah? Why?
I believe the word
No!
cozy.
Cause no! What was that?
Yes. I believe the word would be cozy.
Yes, I suppose the word is cozy.
Yes.
You have any place to stay? Or did you come here without sort of reservations?
I have not arranged residence as of yet. I was hoping that I would.
Down this
Suppose
alleyway.
forge
Then.
some connections. Excellent.
Down that way, it'll lead down the stairs. If you wish to see, then I shall take you there. It is where I'm staying. Not that I...
That would be most gracious of you.
Give me 1 second. Something just caught my interest.
More food to.
Yes. Oh. These ones you can stick your finger in. And quite the surplus of it, too. Perhaps I shall procure one for a midnight snack.
It's a little early to be preparing for midnight, would you not say?
Something to just keep around. I'm pretty sure what I would have a midnight snack, it will have already been closed. To the right is the woodworks, if you wish for anything of them. Though down here is where the tavern is, the Tavern Inn. Up those stairs.
Excellent. Yes.
I believe it might have
And what is accommodation like in a town such as this?
simple bed, drawers, window, seat, place to put your stuff. Just enough for the essentials, though nothing in terms of entertainment, but there is a sort of complimentary discount. Should you stay in here, you are given a discount for breakfast.
That is quite the deal. I can see why it is so popular.
Yes. I believe there are 2 or 3 rooms still open, one being a 2-bedroom if you came with an accompanied companion.
I do have a small entourage. I shall arrange for one of them to hash out the arrangements, but I will make sure to inform them of that location. Yes.
Seems our acquaintance Gideon is already making friends with the town. That's good to know.
So it would seem.
Well, of course. If you're interested, he was across the bridge. A bit further, then to the left, there are some stairs.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, no need to apologize.
Good, Ma.
Morning.
I'm merely curious about this place. I saw some people crowd around here earlier, and I'm just simply sort of wanting to know what is the business of this establishment.
This is an alchemy shop. We sell alchemy supplies, sundries, potions, and the like. You're free to come in and take a look if you like.
Oh, yes. If it would not impede you too greatly.
No, I am simply getting the lay of the land, as I said, so yes, I would like to see what your wares are.
Right inside.
Oh, quite a present scent.
Yes, alchemy can be a bit pungent at times.
So, anything up for the market or a general interest of the town? A sort of common selling, I suppose.
Well, our most common products are health, mana, and stamina potions, as well as basic materials such as Leftera ash. We also sell books and recipes for alchemy for budding alchemists and the like.
I see. Huh.
Interesting.
Budding alchemist. So, you also sell knowledge here.
Yes. Of a specific variety.
I see. Oh. Then, might I ask, any sort of interest that is happening within this town? I heard, an airship is coming, soon. A rather interesting one.
Yes, actually, we have a paper here that talks about the Kalypsia in town. I don't know much more about it myself other than it's visiting, but it's a very famous craft, I suppose.
Yes, the floating boat ship. Very few of its kind, especially one that can traverse through of both sky and land.
Yes, they say it's the first.
Do you know how one would be able to sort of gain access to staying aboard this Kalypsia?
Can't say I know personally, but I'm sure if you were to visited in port, if they had, open accommodations, you'd be able to secure some, assuming you had the coin.
Coin it is, then. I might just get by the skin of my teeth, then. It is just that, as a nomadic bard, it is sort of very, very convenient to be able to fly from place to place very easily. New faces coming in all the time, interests as well.
Indeed. That is certainly something to travel the world as well. See the sights.
I do wonder how they fare about traveling to the more, I suppose, abstinent places, though. I heard the South is... I believe it is the South that is rather not so eager for those of the magically inclined.
Well, I'm sure they take that into consideration. They wouldn't want to put themselves at risk, after all. I'm sure it's an expensive venture.
I would like to buy something, though. As of current, I'm a bit scrounging myself for coin in hopes that I may gain, I guess, pedestrianship is what I think I would like to call it, of the Kalypsia. Anything that perhaps I can do in order to procure a discount, perhaps a favor you'd like, an errand that I can run in your stead.
Actually, if you are going to secure yourself aboard the Kalypsia, I have a letter that could be delivered.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm not sure next time they'd be visiting the Orzammar region, but... This letter could find its way there. And that would be useful to me. And in exchange, it could give you something simple. Potion, perhaps.
I see. Then perhaps a simple resting potion should do. This is a rather remedial task, so I would feel bad if I sort of asked for something rather huge.
Certainly. Well, let me just prepare that now, and you can take it as you like.
Thank you, good sir. Anything you see, Lord Faven? Anything that catches your interest?
Unfortunately, I find myself not in need at this current time, but should the requirement to stay for a couple of days, I will most definitely be paying a visit to restock supplies.
Here specifically.
There you are.
Thank you very much. This is a huge help.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for delivering the letter.
No problem. Forgive me, you are entrusting me with this, and I've yet to even introduce myself. I am Jasper Sarvel, nomadic bard.
Jasper, pleasure to meet you. I am Johann,
Johann,
simple alchemist.
kind alchemist.
Do my best.
And this person I am accompanying is a friend of mine, Lord Faven.
Ah, Lord. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet such an accomplished alchemist indeed.
Thank you.
Well, with that being said, I'm sure we'll get out of your head, and I'll be sure that your letter gets there. Even
Excellent.
even if I am unable to get down, I'm pretty sure if I pass along the message, they will bring it post haste.
Of course.
Have a good day.
Thanks. You
Yes,
as well.
good day to you.
Safe travels.
You mentioned desire to board the airship.
That is correct.
Was that your original intention?
With
Your visit here? Perhaps not just the coin.
Of course, as I said before, as a nomadic bard, traveling from place to place, gaining new interests, new faces is how I make my living. If I simply stay in one town and keep playing the same old songs over and over, it'll get old and I will have to live off of the streets. But if I see new faces all the time who have not seen my songs, then it'll be more simpler. Hello, Gideon.
Hello.
Greetings again.
I am going to simply put these away in my room.
Of course.
Oh, Doof.
It sounds like it would be an ideal destination for you. A proposition I have. Would you entertain it?
Gladly.
Truthfully, the ship is my intended destination, the reason for my being here. And as I stated prior, I do have with me a small entourage. So accommodations have been made to accept my party on board. You have done me a service, guiding me round this town and providing me with vital information for my stay. Allow me to return the favor, invite you to that entourage for boarding of the airship.
That I am grateful, truthfully. It is a debt that I think I will have to see if I can pay back one day. You honor me too much, my lord.
I don't like to make a habit of leaving favors unrewarded.
I might take you up on that offer then. If I am unable to silver tongue my way in, then I will look towards you.
Of course. Of course. I'm sure we shall bump into each other many a time if we are to stay in the same accommodation. So, whenever you feel the need, just let me know and I will make the necessary arrangements.
You make it sound like I did this all on purpose.
Well, it has been quite fortunate, I suppose, for you.
Fate and destiny seems to have a sort of luck drawn by having things fall right in front of me.
Fortunate indeed, then. But I suppose that comes hand in hand with a bard's ability to weave stories and tales.
Yes, I suppose it does. There was one part of
Isn't it nicer to just be?
there was one part of the town that I have yet to see.
Another point of interest, perhaps.
More so a point of unknown.
Ah.
Hmm.
Then what is the point in traveling if not for discovery?
You are speaking to the rhythm of my song. This is not the place. I am just simply... I saw those two guarding this place. I did not want to overstep them. I see. Just another... Actually, this looks more like a gambling den.
It does have that air to the place, doesn't it?
Yes, it doesn't provide much other than remedial necessities. Good to know.
What sort of establishment is it that draws your attention for prime venue?
It might be a bit of a cliche, but I like to look into the antiques.
You can't talk so,
Both weapons
vulgar or so,
and
you know, some people can get a little, when you talk like
sort
that.
of
Okay, it's
regular
not
placements of
no
furniture.
kind, okay? We're down to not
Simple
all right?
vases and such.
What brings you to this humble little room?
City.
I feel like most bards would have answered that with an judgment on the people inside rather than the furniture on which they sit.
You can tell a lot about people.
That's okay. What was I saying? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
You can tell a
What
lot
was it
about
all?
people, about the environment they sort of
Clearly a lot of
procure around them.
I always
Where they stay, what they have,
Hello.
even the path they choose to walk. I'm trying to sort of give myself...
She points taking in her day.
I'm also trying to gain myself an air of mystery by walking everywhere, rather than being a sort of typecasted of where I walk.
I see. I had only presumed that there would be those venues that would turn far more profit than others for someone of your profession.
What did you think I was going to just casually say in a very, very expected way and just say I like to sort of window shop the musical shops?
No, my friend, I meant more for your vocation. Surely you take up opportunities to perform in such establishments as those we've already visited.
Ah, I see what you're trying to get at. Yes, the drunks are the easiest to sort of gain the attention of. They tend to throw more silver than their fingers can carry, or carelessly with reckless abandon. Odd. That is the small man from before, and he seems to be by himself. But yes, taverns,
I suppose this is the place for quiet reflection.
yes, though taverns, inns, and gambling dens are where I sort of strike when the iron is hot.
No, dealing with drunkards, does it not sometimes prevail you into risky situations?
Of course. There is never a moment where you run into a drunk and 1 out of 5 of them is always the angry sort of drunk. Oh, yes, very much so. It is the tune of my feet running in the other direction.
Ah, I see. I believe that is a rather universal song.
Universal, though not many people use the sort of strategy.
Yes, perhaps not practiced quite enough.
Good sir. What? Sorry, just simply curious. What brings you here, soaking your feet into the pond?
Just getting away from people, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that intentional? Am I not?
You're,
Am I not aiding in your
you're
endeavor?
fine. You're fine. Just overwhelming, I guess.
I suppose this barrier between us is also helping. Yes, I suppose it is a bit alarming. Some people are carrying weapons on them, as if they're expecting a fight to break out in town.
I'm fine with weapons. I even have my dagger on me.
No.
Some of them are.
Are
Bit
you by
much.
chance a local to this town?
No, I got here a few days ago myself.
Oh,
I see.
you've been staying here for quite some time then.
About 3, maybe 4 days.
Ah,
Just waiting for the Kalypsia to get back up.
oh. Any? Is there a reason why?
I'd like to board it. There's something I want to look into.
Curious.
Pursuit of knowledge is always a noble one.
I'm unsure if there's. Well, there might be a library there. I assume that there would have everything of to the essentials, at least the bare minimum of it. Is that what you seek? You are seeking a sort of knowledge that has reached every corner of the world.
Books, just something that I heard about, I guess. A weird rumor that the apocalypse or the end of the world. Something to do with the ship.
That's
Aye.
a mighty strange rumor indeed.
That. Are you. Forgive me, did you hit your head somewhere?
No, don't think so.
You were speaking of the ends of the world.
It's just what I've heard and something to do.
Please do go on
Yes.
then. What has this rumor mill spread of this information? Although a bit fanatical sounding.
It's nothing much, just there's not really much to the rumor, just people apparently seeing visions of everyone dead and sky breaking apart, and then they see the ship. So
Perhaps a magical phenomenon?
could be.
Or maybe some hexer is playing a devious prank to sort of procure people to a religious sort of cult.
Either way, it's something to look into at least.
Are you not worried that you might be falling in sort of an ensnared trap?
It's always a worry,
I
but hey, it isn't.
pray for your safety then. That would make a lot more sense why you are carrying a dagger. So, where have you heard these words, though? How far do they carry?
I mean, I came from up in Frostheim.
That is
So-
to the north, correct?
Pretty far away. Yeah. It's
Seems there
near,
are quite a few that are well traveled to be here.
forget what the place is called, but the city surrounded by water, it's closer to there than this side.
I believe that is Valinor.
I believe that might be the one of which you speak.
I believe so.
Yourself, have you had this, I suppose, for lack of better words, delusion?
No.
So you're just following by the word of the mouth?
I guess, yeah.
Understood. If I had bought my rest potion, I would have given it to him. Anyway, I will be on my way then. Don't let us bother you, further. We'll be around for the next few days.
Enjoy your
Alright.
time reflecting, and good fortune on your boarding of the ship.
And good fortune for your mind.
You too.
Definitely not the craziest thing I've heard.
No, most definitely not.
Perhaps some, again, word of mouth spoken from a fanatic that wishes to gain advantage over those of the weak-willed.
You think this rumor some ploy? You think this rumor some ploy?
Yes, I can't see how anyway else it would have happened.
Yeah, we're kind of doing this right up against the main stage.
It's a bit uncanny to think that people would all experience this sort of epiphany. So it's spreading through word of mouth by rumor that everyone is seeing that could be a sort of pyramid scheme to all this.
If it is most definitely something very widespread. I must admit myself, I have heard tales of such for my traveling here. It was part of the reason as to not.
So you've heard of it too?
Yes,
Can't say I have.
I would have thought that a bard would have been the first to hear of most, even the absurd stories. Or perhaps you were too busy weaving your own.
Odd.
Yes, someone is definitely going to be missing those supplies.
I'd go out and jump and get some of it, but it's a bit far. Perhaps another time. I'm pretty sure I'll be here by the time we get back.
They do seem quite buoyant. I am quite surprised no one else has jumped upon the chance themselves.
But yes, I've not heard.
Seems the news is quite full of tales of this airship.
But yes, I've not heard of it. The sort of dribble of this, I don't know how true it is, and though I do stay attuned to I do rather try to stay attuned to the gossip of the town that I'm staying in. It's just concerning. Perhaps I've just missed it in all the right places.
Perhaps you have just been misfortunate. Tell me, of other gossip, has there been much?
Yes, there's apparently there is a other eastern region town that is sort of gaining population by siphoning it from Hinode. Unfortunate.
Is that so?
Yes.
And in what sort of manner might that be?
Sure, just word of the mouth. Did not stay much long in the eastern region to hear about it. This is, I suppose, one of the prime places that someone would want to drag someone in order to shake them down for all their money. It's a good thing that...
This does not seem like the most secure of places. I do hope you aren't wandering me into trouble.
No, definitely not in front of possibly tens of people.
Alright, well, if you're interested, I'll be around. We'll be around. Okay, I'll let you know if I'm
Excuse me.
Interested. What was he calling?
Excuse you?
You want me to show you? If you can
Is it fruit?
Oh.
If they were from around
But
here.
wouldn't the seeds not even grow here?
If you...
Yeah, but you can eat them.
Good morning.
Here, I'll take a small bite.
Wouldn't it be more profitable to just replant the seeds?
It seems a bit criminal that we've crossed each other's paths many times and we have not got acquainted. Perhaps the next time.
There's a lot to learn. I've learned in the past.
You have to bite it with your mouth, with your teeth.
Rip it off. Go, Danny. How old are you?
I think we found our culprit.
It would seem perhaps they are the one that lost a little bit of their load.
Unfortunate. Though it is washed up on shores, so I'm pretty sure they're at least aware of it.
But yes, we've been on quite the journey here.
Well, should the taverns be open and a bartender be present, perhaps we can hear some of these stories over.
Well, I'm sure that is a good enough lay of the land. Seen almost every corner,
Yes.
been in almost
Would
every
seem
shop.
that we have given it quite a good wander.
I would assume not.
Well then, I have no place to be.
Just a little bit confused.
What say you?
Suppose I find myself in much the same predicament.
Quite the hustle and bustle, though. Ears of all kind. as well as...
The place does seem rather lively, but from the few that we've spoken to, they all seem to have come on quite a journey, and perhaps that would be the reason we find it so populated. Perhaps if there was not an airship in the vicinity, this place would be considerably more quiet.
Or a frantic nightmare.
I suppose perhaps that is also possible.
What do you make of it?
Make of what?
You said you've heard of the rumor, and I've gave my word of it.
Yes.
What do you see of it?
In truth, I am not entirely sure. I think it is definitely something that is worth investigation, and that is why I was able to convince the king to send me a mission.
Ah. You are possibly headhunting these cultists, or seeing where the source comes from.
I would not consider myself a headhunter, but pursuit of some new curiosity, such as this, a rumor that has spread so thoroughly and is so universally similar.
A lot of us
Just
are here, as far as I am aware.
Tempting of a curiosity to allow to slip from my grasp.
You know what they say about curiosities, though?
Oh yes, but I assure you I have lived far longer than any cat.
Even with all 9 lives?
Even with.
Then, I suppose I'm addressing an elder as well. For an elf, I am quite young.
Then yes, that would be the case. I am of my 7th century.
I'm not even past my half my 1st century.
And I imagine by the time you reach my age, your books of stories and songs shall be all but overflowing.
And perhaps my curiosities would drag me on other sides of the world as well. Perhaps through sort of the 7 of centuries, you have perhaps seen it all. And the new things, you can't help but bring yourself to them.
Yes, I would consider myself someone that is fairly well travelled. But this airship and the opportunity is a novel one even after all this time.
Then I hope it lives up to expectation.
Oh yes, I should hope so. It would be quite a disappointing trip otherwise.
Zimmerman, you shouldn't be catching random fish.
What is your home like?
I don't know, maybe there's a law saying you can't go in
The
the water
city?
and just grab random
Have you not
fish.
been?
No.
I've always heard that word thrown about a lot.
It is one of the grandest in the land.
Yeah.
Makes
I
this
would assume there's laws here.
seem
It looks like civilized
insignificant
compared to what
by
we're used to.
comparison.
No, usually our law involves swords,
Spires
guns,
that reach
and
up and
knives,
tear
but
into the sky.
no, I don't see much of that around here.
Multitude of different towers.
You said you were looking for meat?
Oh, well, it's hard to
Kinda.
succinctly put into words. I suppose I lack a bard skill in that regard.
Haru likes fish, but
You compliment me.
Haru found a person selling it. Haru took one, and apparently it was as.
Yes, I do.
It is quite a sight, most different in a place such as this. Far busier, a lot.
Guess you need a proper snow.
I suppose hustle.
Don't worry,
Bustle is
we're
what
familiar with
it is referred to as.
kind of having to make our own kitchens.
Is it elf
Build a
inhabited?
fire, twist a
Primarily,
Over the
yes.
fire.
Though it is welcoming to those from the outside.
It's already
Well,
dead.
most of those from the outside.
Yes, I would assume so.
Yeah, give it. Yeah. I guess
Just
that's one way to do it.
Okay then.
Oh,
Oh.
you might wanna. Zimmerman, do you have a cloth?
Yeah.
Do you have a cloth?
yeah.
We might want to help our friend out here.
I am wiping it off your face. It's okay.
Quite a messy eater.
Perhaps a street performer.
I suppose.
Perhaps. Oh, it is nice. It's not as cold as straight sword.
Then perhaps I shall find
It's fresh
home
out of the
there.
water, so.
It's nice.
Perhaps, though, as one who wishes to wander as much as one
Exactly
does,
like it, but it reminds Haru
it
of
is a little
Shigama.
constraining, I suppose, compared to the freedom,
Is that
but definitely
like
worth a visit.
southeast from here, something like that?
I'll take you up on that offer, and then perhaps our paths will cross then too.
It is
yes.
forest.
Yes,
Green forest.
I should like that.
Oh, are you saying I'd be an honored guest?
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
I have
Can't
found
say
your
I've ever
company
been
quite
anywhere near
pleasant.
there, though.
Yes.
Oh, it is great if you have
Very well then.
and tribe, but it is
Nah,
also
more eager than ever.
just like Haru's
Perhaps I shall play for you a song.
there are a lot of things
Of no charge, though. I'm pretty sure
stay away from.
if I were to play it, I would be out in the open and gain the currency that I need for the day
Just like
anyway.
how Haru sees
Not today, though.
man's meat, there are creatures and
On the
people
Kalypsia we shall.
or wild folk that see man as also
I will look forward to getting to see you at work.
I can see that. Can't say I'm familiar with it, but I can see that.
What are names?
So, oh, right. I'm Romaldo. You know, go on.
Zimmerman. Zimmerman and Romaldo.
Well then,
Haru is Haru. A pleasure to meet you.
we've spent the day following myself.
Pleasure to meet you, Haru.
I like to see where the footsteps of a lord lead. Even if we are, yes, even though we have
So,
placed our foot on almost every square inch of this place, I like to see where the luck of yours
I would suspect.
grant us.
Can't say we're from
I'm not sure I can
anything,
attest to quite as much luck as you.
family connections. We don't really
Usually I find myself more
anything like a tribe ourselves. I guess
arranged.
the closest thing we have to a
But
family is
I did
the
not
ephemeris
expect to
company
arrive
that
quite as early as I did.
We're mercenary soldiers.
seems
We work for money.
Time is
work
an
for whatever
overabundance that I'm not
someone's
used
willing
to
to pay us with.
possessing.
Haru does not have any money. Is Haru a mercenary?
All those years and just spent working.
Technically,
A lot of
yeah.
them, yes.
If someone pays you to get their job done, technically, you know, if it involves some kind of
I suppose I
fighting,
cannot relate.
I see you have quite the weapon there that you can fight with, so I think you could qualify.
But yes, I suppose we could amble and see if anything is to take.
Haru has a great accent.
How interesting.
But, Haru's got a question to ask. Besides purchasing things, with coin, what use is there in coin? Does it make good potions?
The coins, you're asking what you can do with coins.
Might finally make that acquaintance.
Coins,
that
you see,
wish for.
it's something that
They seem to be busy, though.
came up with in order to fix some problems involving.
Most people do.
Well, let's just say.
Just 'cause you're
Ruby
right.
here can do wood make. You're familiar with that, right?
A lot more people out than earlier. Guess it's later in the day. what kind of force could draw someone to
right now. Well, but it was nice to meet you.
my lords,
Mm-hmm.
a question,
Yes.
if I could bother you for a moment.
Yeah,
You are not a local lord, correct? I believe you said.
no, I am quite far from home.
And what actually brings you here on your travels?
I am here as an envoy on behalf of King Arendriel of Valinor.
Ah, so you are sent. Interesting.
Yes. May I inquire as to what it is you are trying to piece together?
I was wondering if, now this might sound a little strange. Have you had any strange dreams of late?
I've heard of such dreams, yes.
Is that why you were sent? Somebody had this dream and you were sent to investigate?
It is part of the King's interest. It has been a rumor for quite some time now, these stories of dreams.
Man, this was like 15 minutes ago. I thought that was special. Everybody's getting weird prophetic dreams. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to...
If
So
I
make sure
may
I wasn't going
ask,
crazy.
when was it that you first experienced this dream?
Traveling for a little while, so I would say maybe a bit over a week.
I see. I don't suppose you wish to divulge the contents of such a thing.
Fire, pain, everything I know and cherish falling to flames. And then the Kalypsia and the knowledge that I needed to be here.
Yes, that would sound to align to those we've heard of rumors.
You're blown away to think of what kind of entity, maybe, would have done this, or person. Maybe even it's just a world crying out for help. I don't know. Hello again.
Hello.
Just
I hope I'm not intruding.
No, you seem interested in the discussion.
Somewhat. I had one of the dreams.
Everyone
Was
has
where?
dreams.
You too.
Yeah.
This is the first time hearing of it.
A lot of people.
Well, today.
I'm telling you, it's in chat. It's gotta be some sort of it has to be magic. There's nothing else it could be. It has to be some sort of proper magic. We all saw the same dream, same images. They were all brought here. I don't see it being anything else than magic. Then again, I don't really know much about magic.
It's possible to communicate over long distances with mind magic, but it's not a particularly easy feat, and only really, well, to my understanding, it takes a pretty close knowledge of the person that you're trying to target, and also often the other person can do a receiving spell, but unless everyone here is doing the same kind of spell all at once, and also, I don't know.
Maybe it was the ancestors.
the ancestors?
Yeah,
Just kind of.
the ancestors. You know,
Those who fall before us, were born into one entity. Oh, negative, negative. Something wrong with my face? Is my hair wrong?
no, nothing at all.
Alright, totally don't talk.
It is just curious to see what sort of conclusions people draw towards this. I'm just,
Yes,
With
most
all-
definitely it is.
I'm trying to keep with all due respect is all. And in other words, he's trying to keep his mouth shut and not make these people sound they're fucking crazy.
That was totally.
I like your mask. It's nice. I like the horns and the colours there. It's nice.
Slattery will get you everywhere with this one.
Lord Favor and I will be resting on a bench, rather close.
It is being
Of course.
being nice to somebody, especially like flattering their appearance, like, oh, you're looking very nice today, or oh, look at those big muscles.
So they've experienced it too. None of them seem to be lying. So that's fortunate. Though what I'm more concerned about is those that might be pitching in, since the rumors seem to have spread like wildfire. Oi, oi. Hello, curious one. You seem to be squatting down, so I simply offering. Charming. I try. Jasper Sarvel, nomadic bard. And I'm assuming that you have taken a vow of silence. Is that part of some sort of traditional belief? As is it in tandem with the mask? It seems very ornate and ceremonial. Forgive me, I am not familiar with your custom then. With my hat? Oh, it is purely for advertisement. I have myself stand out because it is easier to sort of garner the attention of people. I am a nomadic bard. Though, yes, I perform for the people. Oh, yeah, an instrument I can play. Well, in a way, I carry all kinds of instruments on myself, though not in the way you sort of expect. It is a conduit for do be careful, it is actually sharp. Seems like a simple thing. In no pun intended, it is a conduit conduct. No, I do not play it with my lips. I mainly play it with I suppose there's no harm in telling. I am a magical caster. I use simple sounds to sort of create the sounds that I am intentionally trying to play. Hence being able to carry most instruments without having to actually have them on a person. And it also puts me leagues above the rest of other bards who only carry one instrument. Though I'm sure the other bards wish to have my head because of it. Yes. I'd wish to ask you all these questions as well, though I'm pretty sure it's more so that I'm going to be taking shots in the dark. Your race, I notice your ears and your wing appendages. I'm assuming you are a type of celestial? I would like to take shots in the dark on what kind of specifications, but I am a little less adept to that. I'm an elf. If that's not obvious. You are very comfortable, surprisingly. Nothing, it's just... We've only met and you're already touching my person. I do not mind. As long as you do not sort of procure the same attention. May I? Your wings. This will be the first time I am laying a hand on a celestial's wings. As a celestial, you are granted the ability to fly, then. How is it like up there, to be with the birds? Freeing. Well then. Soaring. I'm assuming there's nuisances to sort of fly. Perhaps bugs getting in your eyes, but the mask. Does it cover both your eyes and mouth though? Oh. Really? No, I'm saying, really, you touch my face and that you seem to back away the moment I'm going to touch your mask. Yes, you get to touch my hat all you want, but I get...
He's no angel.
Hmm?
Got a burger? Or fresh?
Berries?
No, burger.
Burger.
I got a sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yeah, I got some fresh bread. Got some ribs of beef. Some fried onion, some garlic. Put a little bit of grease on top. I want.
I'm good. I had breakfast.
I only got one left.
You could have it, good sir. You've made it for yourself, most likely. Enjoy it.
I eaten 3.
Enjoy your 4th.
No, I don't think I can fit a 4th.
And perhaps give it to the Lord Fabian. Perhaps he would sort of enjoy it.
Who?
The blonde man walking across the bridge, the taller one.
I'll try to catch him. Hey, oh, you like a burger?
You're just touching myself all over, huh? Okay. So, in trade for touching your mask, you wanted to touch me all over. I'd offer more, but we're in broad daylight, and it is very informal of me. You don't mind? Never mind. Think nothing of it. So, you were standing there with us while the discussion of the rumor mill going about the delusion. Forgive me, I am not acquainted with it. Then you are familiar with it. Did you see the prophetic visions that everyone else seems to be going on about? No. This is the first I'm hearing of it at all. Why? Well, why am I here? I'm a nomadic bard. I go where the work leads. Where there's more people, then I go. And it seems like that there's more people here than ever. Not only due to the Kalypsia boarding here, but it seems like that the rumor mill sort of brought others as well. For better or for worse. Do you believe in it? You don't know. Forgive me, you seem so religiously inclined, or rather belief inclined, that you've taken a vow of silence as well as the ceremony mask. I assume that this could be right up your alley is all. Well, it is, but even this is a bit much. The dream. Is that why you are here? You are not here purely because of the sort of delusion. Then, have you... Whoop, whoop. Watch. You almost fell over. If you wish to place yourself on my person, just get a little closer. That is a real offer. I suppose. Are those comfortable? You're walking on bare feet. Ah, you fly. Right. But moments that you are on bare feet, there are pebbles and such. Yes, the taping might help. Have you came here with people then? Oh, my shoes. I'm unsure where the question lies. Have you came here with people? Or are you alone? You are alone. How far are you from home then? You don't know? Are you from the north? South? East? Ah. How acquainted are you with the East then? Let me sort of go down the list then. Are you familiar with Hino Day then? A little bit. Know nothing of the lords and ladies then? Then A1. Nope. Nothing of that. Then again, forgive me, I might be butchering these names of these places. Gita Gemma. No. Tortuga. Tortuga. Okay, well. 4 out of 5. You really are far from home then. To the east, right. Did you fly all the way here? It is a serious question. I don't know how much Celestials can keep themselves airborne. I'm glad I can make you laugh, my friend, then. You walked. Again, then I'm very concerned at how your feet is faring if you walked mostly here. So you're used to walking. Even on stone and such. Oh. You've had shoes. But well, I'll take your word for it. What's it like in Tortuga? A bit of an expansive question. Tall buildings? Similar to this, or taller? Much like this place. Quaint, then. Is it celestial inhabited then? Inhabited? No. Ah. Even for your kind, you are quite abundant. I mean, not abundant, scarce. Is there much greenery there? Not really. Oh. Kinda. Ah. I see. Not much for forests then. Do they practice this there as well? Or is it something you've taken upon yourself? A little bit. Understood. Myself? My outfit? What's the story behind it? Unfortunately, it might not have that ego. Forgive me. It was not. It might not be that well tied with your story, but it is again simply an advertisement purpose. I managed to get clothes that I can stand out in. Yes, for Boyd. For my Boyd purposes. Though, where do I keep it? Ah. I do have a mask just like yours, though possibly not of the same ceremonial rites. I'm glad you like it. Easy now. Yes, it is a trinket of mine. If mainly going by a sort of name. It helps with also the advertisements going under a sort of going incognito and under a name rather than Jasper Sarvel. Though it is simply that. Would it be rude of me to ask of you to unmask? Then I assume that there's more to that mask. Or is it the face beneath that holds more value? The mask or the face? Or have you worn it so much that that mask is essentially your face? It is who you are as a person. A bit. Curious. Very well. I will refrain from asking in the future. I'm glad you are grateful. And though apparently not grateful enough to place yourself on me. You're a playful little one. I like that. How long have you been here, by the way? Did you just get here today? No. Been here for a week? A week, okay. A little over that? Little under. Got it. Okay. I will assume that the number is closer to 5 days then. You've been waiting that long here for the Kalypsia, I'm assuming. Just staying in town. I'm curious. Out of respect, in all due respect, I'm going to refer to it as the prophetic dream. The man, Gideon, you know him. He says he's... Sorry, excuse me. He said he saw the prophetic dream about a week ago. Did you experience it around relatively the same time? Around the same time. Curious. There was a man I spoke to at the park. I think he may have sort of also blabbed that he have heard it at an earlier date, less than a week. Yes. If there is some sort of correlation to all this, or even a truth to it, then it seems like that even the dates aren't all aligned. I refrained from saying it earlier. I think this is just some sort of hex that someone is placing upon all of you. An elaborate prank. And perhaps people are being taken advantage of.
All this time without talking to people possibly.
Well,
It's just because of that.
It's, again, perhaps a sort of a coup or a cult trying to take advantage of people that are perhaps a bit weak-willed or weak-minded. Not to say you are. What I'm trying to say is that that is the target demographic. Although, if this is sort of a magical phenomenon that happens at a larger portion, then there are possible misfires. Though, again, we have just met. I am unsure if you are actually weak-willed and weak-minded. Forgive me, I'm just poking fun at you. Actually, I just realized we've sort of been speaking on terms of my name, but I've yet to get yours, even though you have yet to speak. Is that something I'm able to acquire? Let's see. I'm going to go down the alphabet, and I will most likely stop at the third letter. And for the time being, that will be your name put in a sort of endearment. So, let us begin this game of letters and name. Does your name start with a T? An R? An S? An M? An N? Those are the most common names. Those are the most common ways to start with a name. Does your name start with a vowel? No. Okay, that gets some out of the way. Does your name start with a J? A B? A C? Please do let me know if I'm getting closer. Have I been... Nope, none have been close. A G. Okay, I think I've covered the first few letters, mostly. Then a W. No. Let's see. Let me cover my bases more then. Does it start with the first half of the alphabet? If you were to sort of number them, there's, I believe, 27 letters in the alphabet. If you were to cut it in half, does it start with the first half or the second half? First half, okay. Does your name start with an I? An L? Whew. I'm starting to feel a little challenged. Let's see. Does your name start with a K? Oh my goodness, I'm going to go over most of it and let's see. Have I said E? No. Does your name start with an F? I swear you have to be joshing me. Okay. I said B. I said C. I did not say D, I think. Is it D?
Well, of course, we're trying to find a way to make money now since we're somewhat
I said F.
unemployed with, not really needing as many
G. I'm just going to go down the list at this point. And you stop me when I've reached it. You...
Not that we necessarily expect payment, being a part of Kalypsia, but we're familiar with
I'm going...
earning money ourselves upon which
I'll give you something to laugh about. I'm actually threatening you, yes.
profitable adventure, potentially. And besides the point,
Well then, we are going to go down the list now. H. H? Well then, I have a feeling that you probably said that because that your life is now in turmoil. But we will leave that. I will continue now. Now that the game is not less of a stalemate. Now then, does the second letter of your name start with a vowel? Vowels are A, E, O, U, and I. Do they start with a vowel? Okay, this will be much easier then. Does it start with an A? First try. No. It will never be that easy, huh? I'm going to crack you like an egg. I will have vengeance one day. Does it start with an O? Okay. Now then. Third letter. You're going to stop me there? I said I would stop. I said I would stop once I get the third letter. You cannot put rules in the game that I have made. That's cheating. So what? Am I supposed to make a pet name out of that? Fine. You'll regret it. Hoey. Is that what you want? Is that what you want me? You want me to go by? No. I told you I'd have my vengeance. So, unless you want me to call you Hoey, would you grant me the third letter? This, you are the one taking the brunt end of it if I were to call you Hoey in public. You don't mind? Well, it would not be under, again, I would not be taking the brunt end of the punishment if I were to call you Hoey and someone were to think of a certain way of you. You are rather dressed lightly. You don't want me to call you Hoey. Then there is a simple solution to our predicament. Third letter. Third letter. So, shall the game continue? You are such a sore loser, you know that. Let me make things a little, I suppose, easier. The only hint I will get is that if it is a vowel or not. And then I'm left in the dark. Good deal? Very well then. Let's the game begin. I'm assuming it doesn't start with a vowel then. Of course you would not give me that sort of piece of information if you were so confident in yourself. Trickster. Is that what's behind the mask? Very well then. If I were to think of names that start with H and O, let me think. I'm going to sort of take a gander and maybe hope and maybe think that your parents may have named you something cliche like Hope. Is your name Hope? H-O-P. I'm trying to say that does the third letter of your name is a P? Nope. Nope to Hope. Let's see. Let's see. Does your name start with... Let's see. I'm trying to think of names that start with H-O. And then brought alongside another one. Does your name start with does the third letter of your name start with a W? That is, there goes my guess of it being Howie. Are you stopping me? Or the third letter? There is no limit to how much I can guess. I did not make those rules. You are making up those rules. So, you want me to call you by the name of Hoey? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what we're going with? Really? Let me think then. Let me think of a better name than Hoey. Would that appease you? Say please. Act cuter. I can just hear the words, even though they are rather silent. Very well then. You are very, very energetic, so starting with the H and the O. Hop. Yes. Does hot suit your fancies? It'll do. You can take flight, and you are very... So, you want me to get up? Very well. Are we going with the name Hop then, for now? It's what you wanted. I will call you all other nicknames along with it. Hops, Hoppy, Hopscotch. You like hopscotch. Very well. We will pick that one. Then I hope this name carries on and I do not look like a fool when people actually do know your name. Am I the only one who has tried to sort of take a gander at your name? Well then, it'll be the first. Then people will have no choice but to call you Hopscotch. Oh, hello there. You seem to be standing over. Can we help you?
Oh, am I? I am so sorry. I was having a conversation.
What?
I was having a conversation with someone. I apologize if it seemed like I was staring.
Oh, that checks out.
What checks out?
Your friend.
Oh, yeah, she does that.
Better than you seeming insane.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm unsure if you're familiar with her, but yes, she is very, very friendly.
I do not believe we have had the pleasure.
One likes compliments.
Ah, yes. I am Nyx.
I think this is through.
You have a lovely mask.
Am I being ignored right now?
And actually, your
Lord
whole
Fabian?
outfit too.
I suppose we are being beckoned.
Is that the case?
Yes? May I? I suppose I should have known. Jasper Sarvel, nomadic bard.
Oh, a bard.
Yes, that is correct.
Name is Lord Elrond Faven, envoy of His Majesty Elrondriel, King of Calan.
Ah. Well then. And Nyx.
Nyx and Aina. And this over here, I assume no one has gotten her name. I've been chipping away at it, and she's chosen the name for now, Hopscotch. For now.
You enjoyed that game very much. Long time ago.
When I was a child, yes.
That looks like a
To each
dick.
their own, I suppose.
Strange.
Yes,
it
in
is-
some places the
It's probably.
ground seems higher than it should be.
It might be because that is way how the sunlight sort of travels through your body. It is no sort of question to see that you are a shade.
Yes.
I'm trying to laugh. Well then,
Too much here.
It's almost like it follows us.
then perhaps I might procure the question. What brings you both and yourself, Nyx and Aina, correct?
Yes.
Then, what brings you both
Oh.
here?
Well, we generally wanderers, and we wandered through the town. It looked, well, welcoming for the most part.
I see.
Many compliments.
Good.
No magic shops.
Compliments?
Many compliment each other.
Compliment? You mean like if someone were to say you have nice hair?
Hello.
Yes. Many of those.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings, yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just curious. Your garbs and your presence here have sparked my interest for a bit now, and I just wanted to talk a bit, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, then I will definitely find you at some point. I'd,
Right. Of course, it's all good.
Forgive me, I am just in the midst of one.
Yes, all right.
Apologies.
Am I different that you have an admirer?
Compliments. Expect compliments.
If compliments is what you're looking for, then I can
No,
spew as much magic compliments. Ah.
No, she's looking for magic.
Okay, that makes, I guess, more sense. And then, if she is sort of looking for something, and you came merely here for a welcoming town, then it has nothing to do with the sort of Kalypsia. That sort of has garnered a lot of attention here, is all.
Oh, you mean the big airship thing outside of town?
Hmm.
Well, it certainly has gotten my attention now. Everyone seems to be talking about it.
Yes, it is quite a marvel. It is few of its kind. Traverses over the land and sea like no other.
Not much magic there, probably. Hope to see. Hope to learn.
Unfortunately, I think that if you do not have the proper coinage, then you might not have a chance to observe it up close.
Thinks sold much cabbage. Should be fine.
How much do you know? How much?
No. I'm hoping that I can procure access to it, though I think I like my chances.
Can also sell
Oh.
cabbage.
Cabbage?
Yes, it seems like I'll have to sell a lot of cabbage.
You sell, you're a vendor of cabbages.
Not usually.
Not usually.
But quite often enough to be a pastime.
Part-time job.
It's just cabbage you sell. That's all.
Also onions.
Onions.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's just the onion and cabbage.
Onion and
No, I think I sold some carrots too.
You got a name for this stall?
No,
Or
Nix's food.
Nix's food. Charming.
But that was in the last town.
You plan on...
Traveling merchant.
Was earlier.
I assume you cannot speak.
Quite the quaint life. Though very common. No offense. Oh! What the fuck did I just say?
Just in my book.
Oh, none taken.
It's just my notes on magic.
This
Well,
is surely a fairly small town to be peddling wares in. I would not be surprised if you could earn double, if not triple, the rate at a larger city.
Sorry, a few things I
wealthy
let's
area.
because hand drawing.
Yeah, a lot of them seem to not really care about food with the amount they just leave laying around. Interesting.
But many travelers.
Are you interested in magic as well?
Yeah, I suppose if you can station yourself towards the gates, then you might have better luck there.
Library or magic shop in this town.
I suppose that's true.
Actually,
Would have to move the stall.
how long have you two been here?
Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name
Or
is
did you just get... today.
Yeah, we just got here.
How will I get your name?
I see. Then,
Still have not found library.
library. Then, if it is a library you're looking for, then perhaps I shall keep my eyes open for it, and if I find one, I will let you know.
We would be greatly appreciated.
Oh. There is...
You get
well,
used to it.
Well, I'm sure you've been there before. I saw your presence there as well. There is somewhat of an alchemist shop in that direction, just beyond those buildings, and they seem to have at least some of the basic knowledges up for sale in terms of alchemy.
Angel?
Yes,
Maybe
no
with one of those?
magic. Asked.
Understood.
Yes, it's be a bit on the nose. Or
Then I will be on the search with you then.
Many seem to want. They should build one if they do not have.
Okay.
Lord Fabian, would you be alright if I left them in your company? I do not want to keep our friend behind myself waiting much longer.
I was quite,
Is there any way
if you
I can
wouldn't
help you?
mind, hopeful that I might find out what it was that had him so enamored by you.
Oh, well then,
Expect
I believe.
compliments.
Yes. I suppose we can be off.
We will see you around at Nyx and Aina.
It was a pleasure to meet
Hopefully
you,
so.
Malcolm. Properly this time, yes.
Oh, yes. My apologies about that.
This is quite alright.
Sorry.
Oh,
Keep searching.
I suppose. Yes. Back to
Hello.
the richer side of town.
Yes. Good luck with compliments.
Well, my name is Holden. I'm a bit of a merchant, and I was just curious. Oh, goodness me. I was just a bit curious about your presence. You certainly don't seem to be from around here, and I was just a bit curious, that's all.
Then allow me to introduce myself. Perhaps it would make more sense. I am Jasper Sarvel, nomadic bard. I go where the work
Right.
leads, and the garbs that I am wearing that make me stand out more is an advertisement strategy that makes people sort of keep their eyes on me for a bit longer.
Right, well, it certainly works, yes. You certainly draw attention to yourself.
That I do.
And, I thought...
Nothing, I was just saying that I suppose it is working as intended.
yes, it certainly is. I thought
Hello.
that you two were working together, given that you've been together for so long that I've seen, but I suppose that's not true.
What did you want?
We are but
There's a lot of people here.
newly made friends as of today.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Well, then who might you be?
I am Lord Elrond Faven, envoy on
Right.
behalf of His Grace, the King Erendil of Valinor.
Oh, right. That sounds rather important, honestly. And what brings an envoy of the King of Valinor to a small merchant village such as yourself, such as this? I suspect it's the Kalypsia, but...
Yes,
I like its little jumpies.
the King has
Right.
a place in the ship.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, would either of you be interested in fruit from Asana, or seeds, or tea? Leaves.
Oh. You're a tea merchant?
Yes, I said a merchant. Well, no, tea, fruit, and seeds.
I might.
And, you know, other miscellaneous stuff, if depending on what I've got around. Same to you if you want any.
Perhaps I'm a little low on coin currently, but
Right.
perhaps once I settle down a little more.
Fair enough.
Forgive me, I would have loved to purchase something as well as support your business, but I'm currently trying to gain enough coin to onboard the Kalypsia.
Oh, I see. Does it cost money? I had no idea. How much money?
I am unsure, hence why I'm hopefully I don't need to get by the skin of my teeth.
That might be an issue if it costs money, but
I'm sure it does. Oh, I was wondering why he was staring at me so intently.
no, I believe you're fine.
I think he's about to fall asleep is all.
Practically
Well, Mr. Bard, I've heard a little bit about you, but I was curious. When I've heard of you, I've wondered any interesting tales of recent times. Any fun stories you've heard?
I do have the such, though I am more of the song sort of speaking bard, nomadic of kind.
Well, fair enough. I'm still open to interesting tales if you have them, or if you're willing to put on a show at some point, let me know. I'm staying in a tavern down that alleyway. Happily spend some of my coin, as long as I can get on the Kalypsia. But we'll figure that out, I'm sure.
Ah, so that's your intention as well.
It is. Figured it was coming in by close to, well, relatively close, all things considered. So last year, I took a ship out to see what I could find. It was curious is all. What was your name? I never simply quite got it.
Jasper Sarvel.
Jasper. Pleasure. My name is Doku. It's a pleasure to meet you. And you, miss?
She goes by the name of Hopscotch. For now.
She doesn't seem happy with hopscotch.
Well, that is what we agreed upon, isn't now? It was either that or I shortened it to Hoey.
Ooh, that's not good. Hoey is
Yes,
not good
exactly my point. Hopscotch. You like that name, don't you? Hopscotch.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm seeing you two know each other quite well. And you, my lord. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
We've just met, but she definitely familiarized herself with me. That I cannot say at least.
Fair enough, fair enough. You seem lively at the very least. Well. Oh. I don't know if it's something of interest to you, my lord. But there is a place that's selling some silks nearby. I could write it down for you if you'd like. If it's something that interests you.
Yes.
Of course. I don't have any parchment on hand, I'm afraid, but we'll find some soon enough. But it might be information that interests you as well.
I'm sure we shall.
Other than that, let's see. There's an alchemist, a local alchemist around.
Yes, I've done that one a favor.
Him, but... Oh, really?
Yes.
I spent some of my coin on him already, but that's in anticipation. And also before I knew that there was an entrance fee. Hello.
I apologize for that. I suppose today I'm not feeling the best.
You're quite alright.
Happens to the best of us. I had a bad morning as well. So, you weren't interested, but what about you and you? Again, no one coin, I'm afraid. But... Right. Again, and yourself? Once I've settled down.
I suppose you can tempt me.
Alright, wonderful. Will there be fruit, seeds, or tea, or more than one thing?
Something edible.
What of you, Hopscotch?
Exotic ware.
Well...
Are you interested?
There's this... a fruit from Asana, as you can tell from the hues and the way that it is formed. It's very special. You know, the magical forest of Asana. I'm sure you've heard of it. And for you, I'll only leave it at mere 10 silver.
What's in here?
It's as good as a meal, and it's so sweet.
Is it water?
You make a fair deal, tradesman.
Thank you, and it's all yours. I hope you enjoy it.
I hope that I shall. Thank you.
Spill a little. It's water.
Right, well, it was wonderful to meet all of you. Although I can say that I've gotten to know you.
I'm Daku. Pleasure to meet you. And you are?
Right, I'm Alden. My name is Alden.
I think I might have heard that name around, but
Perhaps.
I don't quite remember. Either way, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Do you have Mr. Mountainback or behind you? I'm not sure.
Hello there.
I'm not
Again?
a local now.
Ah,
I'm from Asana.
I see. And then you are also making your way to Kalypsia then.
Well, I'm just, among other things, I'm just selling my wares.
Is that not a person, that red thing?
Sorry, I just thought I saw him do something. It's fine.
Ba-
But
ba-
yes,
ba-
nice
ba-
to
ba-
meet
ba-
all
ba-
of
ba-
you.
ba. Okay, I thought it
It
was
was wonderful. If you'll excuse me. Oh, do you want me to come over, or are you saying goodbye? All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, not so much.
She is very, very friendly.
Yes, I met her earlier. She is, certainly. Well.
I love his little hops! Perhaps he should be named
Well,
Hopscotch instead of you in your stead.
A lovely conversation. I don't want to distract you. I'm just finished with them, so...
Do you have something else you'd rather be called? I don't know if I'd...
Oh, we can do that later. I'll take a look around.
Right.
We'll workshop it, I suppose.
I'm picking at her name. I've gotten the first two letters of her name. H and then O, hence why we did not go with the name Hoey.
Why would that be your first pick?
Because it is supposed to be a pet name. If I've thought of it, but it seemed a little too cliche.
Versus hopscotch and Howie.
I offered Hop and Hoppy, but she chose Hopscotch. Maybe this wouldn't be a problem if you offered the third letter.
I can go write those down for you.
This would be easier for the both of us. Mostly yourself. Though you don't seem to want to make things easy.
Right, if you'll excuse me. Right this way.
Till we next speak, my friend Bard.
You like doing things the hard way. Forgive me. Hello.
Hello.
What can we do for you?
I don't know, I was just listening, I guess. I don't think I introduced myself to you.
No, this is the first time I think seeing of you.
My name is Sed. And, what is this?
At least I think so from your eyes. I assumed you married.
Okay.
It's Yoan.
What?
No, I'm kidding. It's water. It's regular water.
Okay. Thanks for what I and I'm sorry, I don't think I catch your name.
My name is Jasper. Jasper Sarvel. Nomadic Bard.
Oh, nice to meet you. I assume you're also here for Kalypsia?
Yes, I heard that it travels across land and sea like no other, so it is obviously an attraction unlike any other. So, I go where the work leads, and people seem to storm about the place because of it. Judging by that, we see a bunch of lively faces around here. It would most likely garner me enough coinage in my pockets. And yourself.
Pleasure to make your
I did not catch your
Yes?
name.
Oh, sorry, my name is Sed.
Said, like with an S or a Z?
With an S.
Said. Understood. Then that is what we'll go by. Greetings again.
Hello again. It seems that a lot of people are retiring, so I'm just going to stay around, I suppose, if that's no bother.
It'll be no bother.
Right. Is there enough space for one more? Wonderful. These are very finicky, aren't they?
Yes.
Right.
You have.
Gosh.
Yes, you first have to stand on it and then place
Yep.
yourself upon it.
Yep. Alright. Alright. Let me. Oh, yep, no, I still gotta do this. Second now. And there we go. Just a normal process for sitting down.
Mhm.
I can say that it has nothing to do with that.
That I know.
So
We've been
yes.
trying to figure out her name.
Yes, hence, again, we gave the name Hopscotch for now, because I got the first 2 letters.
Oh, hopscotch. So her first 2 letters are H and O, I see.
Yes.
How did you figure that out?
We played a little game. I would start
Oh, that sounds fun.
I would start guessing the sort of letters in the alphabet, and then I would make a pet name out of what I discover. And then through a war of attrition, I will get her name.
I see.
That's smart. I just gave her the name Andrew. Maybe a bit on the nose.
I'm just curious as
Fair
all.
enough.
Since she seems to have taken a vow of silence, sort of getting to know her as much as I can. Curious is all.
Fair enough. Is it true you've taken a vow of silence? I thought that you might just be mute. Oh, well, fair enough. I suppose I should expect that answer.
Careful though, you are almost sitting on that stack of fish.
No, I'm thinking on the very real stool.
Understood. Very, very real stool.
That's fair.
You are offering me a seat. Very well.
Yes. What are you?
Just pulling a chair closer.
Information on all sorts of things for any length of time.
I-
That's what I do.
Okay.
I'm a scholar. I'm supposed
What
to
are you
get
doing?
information from somewhere.
Nope.
I think she's putting us together with her wings.
Right. Yeah.
Again, very, very friendly.
It seems so.
Well, here we go. Well, if you've got those signs, then maybe... There we go. Let me...
I can feel the warmth of radiating from you.
Well, you've got her wing on your back.
And so I do.
I'm gonna put down my stuff.
Hello.
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 Those two are dressed rather heavily.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we were speaking in a language I didn't recognize.
Yes, they were speaking some odd language earlier in the bridge.
Huh. Perhaps another form of common. Though, said.
Perhaps.
What brings you here then?
Oh, well, at first my master sent me on a training voyage to learn a bit more about the world and spells. But can I get derailed by a dream that it seems that a lot of people had?
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna take a
I've heard about nightmares. Is it something like that?
Yes. It felt a bit too real for my taste. Which is why I was search for the Kalypsia.
Hopscotch is in the same boat. No pun intended.
It's a very funny pun.
It was a mistake, but perhaps it runs in my blood.
Perhaps. Or your trousers.
Yes, that one would be a little more accurate. Wearing the pants in the family. Couldn't I take a stab in the dark and assume that you are here for the same reason? Everyone seems to be going on about that sort of rumor mill. Oh.
Well, as I mentioned, I'm mostly here as a merchant, and while I have had some, perhaps, I'm mostly here as a merchant.
Mostly. Understood. Private matters. I will not.
More or less. Well, I just like to keep myself to myself a lot of the time, anyway.
Very understandable.
It's to be mysterious, really. It helps with the selling.
I assume you do a good job of that if people are very curious of me, enough to ask a question.
Well, have you had a dream?
No. These are rather foreign to me until I learn today, and at best I see them as delusions. All due respect.
I'll take it.
It's just... I merely chalk it up to a sort of large portion hex that someone is playing amongst people, sort of gain advantage to those of the, with all due respect, weak-minded and weak-willed. Though again,
a lot of respect for what you're saying.
A large portion could sort of have misfires in those that are not of the weak-minded and weak-willed, though that is the target demographic most likely, is what I'm trying to get at.
I can't sleep at night after
Yes, I saved myself there.
Well, sure. Either way, that would have to be quite the spell and quite the hex. I heard of someone who had it all the way in the east, and you come from Solasta, which is all the way in the south. They're very different places and very different, far away.
Just trying to make sense of why everyone seems to be having the same sort of delusion. It makes a lot of sense.
Well,
more sense. It makes a lot more sense than everyone having a sort of magical phenomenon of a dream, all at the same time or relatively around the same time.
Fair enough. What about you, Hoppy?
You did this to yourself.
Have you had a dream?
So which one do you prefer, Hoppy or Angel?
Don't make all my work go for nothing. I'll be rather nettled.
Nettled? You forgot quite the language for a traveling bard.
I've been to places, played for fancy folk, and common folk, all the like.
Fair enough. It's good to have a repertoire.
Glad you think so.
It kind of feels like maybe you're less like the guard and more of a teacher going to carrying yourself.
So, Hopscotch seems to have a bit of a less understanding of it. Not sure what to make of it is what I'm trying to get at.
Fair enough.
He does carry a lot. You have a lot larger arms than I do.
You
Plus, I need to be more free.
very friendly.
Yep.
You use that word for yourself.
Is that something
You're a bad influence, you know that?
She's a great influence.
For someone who doesn't even speak much.
That's right.
You might also, if you, you plan boarding the Kalypsia, correct? And you as well?
Yes.
So, if our sort of paths would cross, which I don't really see, I'm unsure if we would need to have proper coinage for such onboarding. But if this is true of our intention, then you might have to just grow used to it. Here's what you do. You get less of a reaction. I'm pretty sure it's because you react to it that they seem to want to bug you.
Study silly.
Him?
It might be because of my terror.
What?
Or because I'm
I'm unsure where you're trying to gesture towards. Your hand such as this. These are one of the gestures that I'm unsure of what she's trying to get at.
I don't know why. For some reason, I feel very angry.
I think she's just trying to poke fun at you.
You've known me for like 3 hours.
Yep. Probably.
Is this... Never mind. I will keep that comment to myself. No, it's not for you. This one's not for you.
What are you? What? Stop! You can't stop. What are you?
I knew a lot of people that are
It's entertaining.
That's
older than me, or
Why?
Because she's a bad influence.
How no, that's your excuse. What is it today?
You know, I've never quite done it to myself. Well, she seems to enjoy it.
Today is weird. Costa almost got sold.
What?
Very young I don't know the young anyway. The
Wasn't near
small
that
one.
common.
What?
You
No.
see?
No,
No.
this is not common.
Oh, what were
They
you
call
speaking?
they call themselves Haru, and I guess from where they come from, people are meat, and so when the shopkeeper asks them to bring meat, I pay as payment. They tricked me and put a sleeping spell on me.
Ah, you were an indentured servant. For a better term.
No, I'm pretty sure they wanted to hit me.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, weird day.
And that was today?
Well, definitely
Yes.
a weird day.
And
Yes, it was.
wait. Who wanted to sell you for meat?
The
Oh, this-
small one called Aru.
I have no idea who that is.
Haru. Blue hair, big axe. A wild folk.
Ah, I see. That's the one in the tribal getup, right?
Yes, that one. She cast a sleeping spell on him and then tried to sell him to someone as meat.
Yes.
Did they buy you?
No.
How much do they sell you for? How much are you worth?
A small sack of herbs for potions.
Well, personally, I think you're worth much more than that.
Yes, I would have to agree.
Thanks.
I'd say you
Also
are.
thanks.
I say to the very least you are 5 gold.
I don't know why I should take this.
It's a compliment. It means you would most likely be sold for a high price.
How about I'm not getting sold?
Well,
certainly we're not gonna tell you.
but it is a realm of possibilities now that it actually happened.
I don't want this.
Well, you shouldn't have been
Worst thing is
sleep
there are-
potioned.
It wasn't a sleep potion, it was a sleeping spell to my face.
Ah, sleeping spell. Well, wait, there was someone magically inclined here.
Yes, like I said, Haru.
Multiple ones.
And more people.
Huh.
Why do you think I carry staffs around?
You're magically inclined?
Yes, I'm using elemental magic.
Ah. So, what feats are you able to perform?
I'm still in training, so right now I'm beginning to use fire magic. So, fireballs and fire coating.
Ah, I see.
But my goal is to, after that, master wind and finally lightning.
I see. That would be quite the feat since they are quite far apart in the spectrum. Wind having no sort of earthly, how should I say? There is like almost no relation to earth and fire is what I'm trying to get at.
You look very talented, though. I'm sure you could do it if you, dedicate yourself.
I will try my best.
Since the topic has come up, and as well as others seem to be those of capable, what about yourselves? Magically inclined? Let's see then. Maybe another stab in the dark. Are you a elemental mage? As in, you can cast the elements, such as Fine.
I think she knows what you're saying.
Do you? Do you understand what I'm trying to get at? Okay.
I think you might have to come up with a different game for that.
I'm not looking at anything. I'm just.
Well, there is just that there's two types of schools of magic. There's the Tempest, and then there's the Elementalists. The Elementalists are able to manipulate the world around themselves, sort of bringing forth the elements that already pre-existed, while the Tempests are more so stuff that dwell within people's minds, affecting the sort of brain itself, or even the soul that resides within us. So again, the question is, are you a Tempest or an Elementalist? If you are so magically inclined. Though if that is not a question that is so easily answered, then that is fine. I get that I am not going to get a straight answer. Very well then.
Is that brass or iron or what is that?
It's brass.
I see.
But
Is that also
Watch
brass?
Watch the nails.
But it... No, my
I
face is not
know,
better.
I'm careful. I've had them all my life, you know. I know how to be gentle.
Yes. Well, you heard it here.
Okay, what do I do with this information?
Well, I was answering him, and then you say it for no reason.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But are you looking at my choker? Yes. It's a present for a friend and from a friend. It's amber if you're interested.
My collar is also brass, but it can detach itself from the back. I assume this is what you were pointing at.
Yes, it seems like I'm the odd man out that has nothing around their neck. That poor man. Falling asleep all the time. Hat? And are you referring to me? No. Yourself? Oh. Forget it? Okay.
I think she was referring to the one that disappeared.
That was going to be my third guess.
Solid choice, yeah.
With this one, you kind of have to go through the options and the motions. No offense.
I think I'm gonna get better at asking yes on questions.
It can only get you so far. Lord Fabian.
You need to introduce yourself.
No matter. I was more so thinking about taking a stroll. Anyway.
The bird.
Well then. It was nice talking to you too. Well, more so me doing the talking.
It was nice meeting you.
If you wish to speak with them, then that's fine too. I'm just going to stroll.
I don't suppose you finally managed to discover the name.
Yes, I have.
And that would be
Hopscotch.
I see.
I just call them Angel.
It's I'm closer to her name than you have, at least. The first letters of her name starts with an H-O.
Yeah.
Hence why I wanted to come up with a pet name for now.
Okay, which one do you prefer now for now? Him or mine?
She does not mind.
Oh, okay.
But I will, at some point, learn her name. And I'm going to tell everyone. So that this... I'm quite a bit out of your range. So that this misunderstanding doesn't happen again, because people are surely going to get used to Angel and get used to Hopscotch. So yes, that is their name for now.
I see.
And if you want, we can just go through the boring method of just going through the letters of the alphabet, and you said yes when I met the right letter.
That is the game I'm going about, though I'm having some stipulations. Well then, I'll be heading out and going about the place. Hopefully I will see you again. I will be around.
Yeah.
But like I don't mind if you're.
You can always
What?
make it no.
Yeah, that's true. Like, so
I forgot his name already.
Logan about.
Hello. I swear that looks like a person.
Let them deal with that, because you know I don't want to.
But that is actually a person. Why can't I see the name?
Trying to bring her from the
Oh,
dead.
that's why.
It's okay. We're used to seeing things like that, okay?
Not cooked.
Are you gonna clean up the blood?
I don't think it is.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Have you been here most of the time?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, then don't mind me if I wish to stand here. just a bit unwinding.
You're more than welcome. How has the day found you?
Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, interesting can be good.
Yes, if it is all good. Though there are some that I think are a bit troublesome.
Oh?
Yeah.
Anyone I should keep my eye out for?
Apparently there's a ruffian going about. They sort of cast a spell on to someone and put them to sleep. And then apparently that same
yes.
person... Oh, you heard?
Not only did I hear, I saw. They delivered them to my shop as meat for payment for some supplies. So I sent them off and revived the poor soul.
Good, good. That's really, really good to know. Yes, that one. That one seems like they might cause trouble.
Seems so. But I did explain to them that we don't eat people around here.
Possibly something
Hopefully
that
sticks.
probably something that they are not used to. Pretty sure if they keep that sort of that behavior, they might see themselves in a cell in no time flat.
Indeed. I also explained the concept of laws to them, so hopefully that helps.
Do you think it will?
No. What more could I do?
I don't mean to talk bad of the tribal ones, but they seem to have a lack of understanding of how things go around in these more civilized and structured parts of the world.
Well, in this case, I would certainly agree. Knocking a fellow traveler unconscious and delivering them for meat.
I'd do something about it, but I am no fighter. Poor Arcee. Anything else you've been up to or like caught wind of?
Not really, just most people asking about the Kalypsia. Looking for more information on it.
Understood.
Hello again, you two.
Hello. Good day.
Don't suppose I'm interrupting, am I?
No, just having a common chat.
Yes.
Oh my. Hi.
How's the day finding you?
Not too bad. Day's travel ended in a relatively nice place, honestly. I like it. Now
To hear.
done my fair share of adventuring now, and I guess getting ready to head out, but we'll see. And with the two of you, anything interesting happen?
Well, we were just talking about the poor soul who was knocked unconscious and delivered to my shop as meat for payment for alchemy supplies.
Oh.
Yes. Small tribal individual. Apparently didn't understand that we don't eat people around here.
Right.
But I revived the poor soul, and last I saw, they were doing well.
Yes, I was speaking to that same person, perhaps not even 10 minutes ago. Goes by the name of Sed. He's a well-mannered, meek thing. Perhaps haven't had much affection in terms of the other gender, blushes at the sight of any sort of familiarity and friendly touch, but well-mannered.
Oh, I see.
Fair enough. Don't believe I've met him. But I'll keep a lookout for him in case he gets attacked by any small bandits.
I think you might need to watch out for the one referred to as Haru, the one in tribal garb with an axe on their back. Beast folk, apparently.
Understood.
Yes.
They're the ones who tried to
I get the
solve him.
feeling there's going to be a lot of colorful people around. I don't mean by their garment.
Indeed.
With the Kalypsia, it seems to attract people from all corners of the world.
I suppose
That
it
seems
makes
so.
sense, though. It's quite the rarity.
Yes, true wonder.
And how about you then? Oh, I got your name. Apologies, so many names today.
You're quite alright, I forgot yours as well, so we are even in that aspect.
Fair enough. I'm Daku.
Daku. Jasper.
Jasper, right. How was your day, Jasper?
It has been interesting.
Oh? That
Yes.
sounds like you have a story to tell.
It is simply that I heard that story of that person being quite literally in a human trafficking scheme, the one Haru.
That's fair.
As well as it seems like my name is already carrying quite a bit of weight around here. I suppose it's because of the sort of cause I'm adorning, but as well as it was no sort of intention, but it seems like people see me as a bit of a mystery, traveling with the Lord Fabian, thinking that I am a sort of accompanied companion of him, even though I've met him only on this day.
I see.
So there's already gossip about me, apparently.
I admit I've heard a little bit, mostly what you said of people thinking that you were with him. Not cleared up enough, I suppose.
I can't help but
Other
feel...
than that, honestly, a wandering bard is always something of interest to me.
I can't help but feel that me accompanying Lord Fabian might be a bit of racial profiling.
Oh, you are an elf, aren't you?
Yes. What, we...
Apologies for that.
Ducks seem to flock into the same fleet? Is that what I'm getting at?
If you wonder why I saw two of you speaking dramatically to one another on the bridge. That was enough for me, to be honest. Not.
I suppose I'm just a bit starved of seeing familiar ears.
No harm in that. I think a mix of that and people might have thought you were actually a jester, I suppose, rather than a bard. Like a court jester. But I think that's been snuffed more than
Wouldn't... Whoa, that is one giant crow.
It is.
Yeah, there's a giant seagull earlier as well.
It's going into your shop.
Yeah.
It's going into your shop. It's going into your shop.
Is. Pardon me.
It's going to drink a growth potion and calling it.
Why is he trying to appease to it? It's a crow.
Maybe it comes around often?
I suppose crows are one of the most intelligent avian creatures, but still.
It is definitely an interesting place. And I'll keep an eye out that people, the trafficking thing is an issue up here as well. But it was more of a southern thing.
Yes, this is a peaceful town. I'd rather it not be besmirched by the name of some tribal nobody that seems to think that all laws apply from their own.
I'll keep an eye out for her. Not that I plan on getting involved necessarily in anything, but
Oh,
at least for...
You're not a fighter too.
I know how, but I prefer to avoid it, you know.
I prefer to run away from it.
Well, I think we'll get along great. And an encounter with some bandits on the way here. Bastards ripped up my cloak something good, but managed to get away.
Well, I seem to be on the lucky side then.
You're bound to run into them eventually, I suppose. And I was heading up from not the best place, admittedly.
Well, where have you came from then?
I'm from Solastia. Southern, very most southern side. Bordering the Ashenlands. You see, the company kept down there is not the best.
I didn't want to say it, but since you said it...
Oh no, fuck them. There's so many bandits. Not it is what it is.
Someone like me would probably be easy pickings off of there. I stray far from there.
And as long as you're in the actual, mostly in Solastia, you should be fine. He's close enough to it. But if you get too close to it, hello there. You get too close to the borders of the Ashland, the
It's picking at your feet.
military stop to care. Please do not.
It's trying. I think it's cause your feet are laced with gold, or like at least like, you know, the fiber. It's shiny.
Right. Okay. Don't suppose you
I
need
did
bread?
tell him that. Well, I had seeds that I fed him. I told him I would give him more in exchange for shinies. So.
Oh well. You know, I've seen someone down that way with a lot of shinies. Across the bridge. I don't know if you got. I'm speaking to a bird.
I can't believe you.
understands me.
Yes, you are falling into the same dancing routine as he has.
Please don't pick at me, bird. I don't want to. Shoot. There's some beans or something here you can pick at. No one's watching over it.
Again, I get it. Crows are like one of the smartest avian creatures, but still.
They're just usually not this, like, aggressive, I suppose. I don't know if aggressive is the word.
I'm sure it is.
They don't approach humans this much.
I'm pretty sure it's no secret that these ones have grown accustomed to either tourists or the people around feeding them.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Indeed.
But there's quite the interesting group of characters. A lord or two. A dwarven pipe layer, also gunsmith and cook, it seems.
If only all of them.
Many smiths, actually.
If only some of them plan on aborting the Kalypsia. I don't know.
Remind me not to eat the beans from here.
Yes, that. It seems to be having a good
Actually,
time,
I
though.
don't know if it's that big of a deal. Just a bad.
I mean, you would normally wash them before you cook them.
You know, I've eaten worse anyways, so it's not that big of a deal.
I've got
and
my.
then also a human trafficker.
Yes.
Wielding child.
That thing's a child.
I don't think so. I think I'm just being rude.
Rightfully rude, though.
I don't know. I think I saw she had some sort of ears.
Yes, a
Didn't make it
beast
out.
folk.
I didn't introduce myself. There we go. Other than that, yeah, 3 smiths at least. 1 rune smith.
And you said a second
all
lord.
seemingly interested in joining the Kalypsia.
You said there's a second lord.
Oh, I said at least 1 lord. I don't know if there is.
There is one lord. Lord Fabian. The tall elf. Taller.
Yes. I was speaking to him a little bit earlier.
He's good
He
company.
didn't seem to mind me speaking to him casually, so.
Hmm.
You know,
That's a rare sight.
an
A lord.
ambassador, I've heard. But I don't remember from where.
I think he said Valinor. I could be wrong.
I see. Interesting. And what about you?
Hmm?
You just here for the curiosity of the Kalypsia, or
I plan on
just another
boarding
stop
it.
on your journey?
I'm a nomadic bard, and since I am nomadic, being on board a moving ship that can traverse the skies is sort of a goal.
Natural
suppose.
bit.
That is as
All
nomadic
the
as it
benefits
gets.
of travel with the benefit of having a home.
Yep, all in that. Oh, there's Lord Fabian. Lord Fabian, come meet this giant crow.
Might this be the same bird that was across the river but a few moments ago?
That sounds like a bad joke. Why did the crow
I'm sure
cross
you
the
would know.
river?
I assure you, I was not intending to rob your profession.
But yes,
We
if
go
this
to a chair real quick.
if this is the same crow, then yes, I'd assume it's the one and only crow. And apparently, people have a bad
They fly in flocks.
and people have a bad habit of speaking to this bird like it's a person.
Yes, I witnessed two that claimed to be soldiers attempting to communicate for quite some time. Unexpectedly, no success.
When someone starts hearing it talk back, that's when you have to worry.
Careful now. I'm sure there's some people here who probably can speak to birds, and then we'll look like the crazy ones.
That'll be the day. So, how was your day, Lord Fabian?
Well, I must say, I did enjoy the free time. Plenty of sights to see here in this little town. Quite a few interesting individuals, it would seem, as well.
I think our concerns about the one called Haru would be correct. Have you heard of what happened?
I must admit I have not, it seems.
The alchemist, do explain what happened.
Well, this Haru came to my shop looking for supplies, as he's also an alchemist. I offered to sell him materials for a health potion. He asked if there was a task he could perform. I asked him to get me some food. He brought back an unconscious man to my shop, suggesting that that was the meat in
It's not just
exchange.
trafficking. I thought it was trafficking. That's cannibalism. Not close enough to it.
So I
Who is this your refugee?
well, Haru is a small beast folk, and
The one with the axe.
yes,
The axe.
and the gentleman who is unconscious, I can't recall his name, but he has 3 staffs on his back.
Oh, the dragon. You mentioned his name was
Yes.
Sid, correct?
Said, yes. The one who was sitting with hopscotch.
Anyway, I revived the poor soul and sent them off. But that's about the size of it.
Well, that is most concerning then.
You have the Tread carefully on Kalypsia, I suppose. Assuming they're going there. If not, then you'll have to tread carefully, my friend. And well, I hate to say it, hopefully she's your problem and not ours.
We shall see.
Well, to the very least, there's one sure way to get rid of her she does board the Kalypsia. Just move her ticket and sort of answer off the side.
Would the tickets really matter at that point?
Insult to injury.
Ah, just to make sure you rob them first. Now, you know,
Of the bard, it would seem.
it's starting to sound like you might actually be from where I'm from. Careful now.
It would just be a shame if it was not put to good use.
My lips are sealed, but I'll have no part of your killing of this wolfkin.
I don't think I have the guts to do it. I don't even have a weapon on me.
But, let's see, other than that, any other interesting things? Followed a dwarf into an alleyway who was cooking a full beef, I don't know, brisket, whatever it's called, in a fire in an alleyway. Seems his cart broke, so he's been living there for a week. That was a decision on mine, which I kind of regret, but, you know.
I tried to get to that same dwarf to give you that food, the brisket. I'm not sure if he was able to find you, Lord Fabian.
No, it seems not. I have not run into a dwarf today.
Then I assumed he failed his mission, because I pointed him directly at you, thinking you would appreciate it. I could go for a fucking brisket right now.
He did cook it in an alleyway. So, it was admittedly good, but still not something that I would recommend, knowing its origin.
I see. I shall take your caution as advice. Or your advice as caution.
Hopscotch did eat it though, and she seemed fine.
Oh, I had it too, to be fair. I watched him cook it.
Well, gentlemen, I'll leave you to your conversation. I'm going to turn in for the day.
Okay. You have a good day. Good night.
It was good meeting you.
You as well.
Let's see. Any other points of interest? Lots of people with firearms here. Another thing that I've noticed.
Yes, those two
Lots of
clad in
gunsmiths
black.
and people with guns. Careful with the dwarf. He
The
has
dwarf.
a firearm hidden on his chest, but it's underneath his whole mask.
That is concerning. Yes. So many armed people
But I
so
suppose
casually.
it'd be foolish to travel unarmed.
Conceal some weapons on them.
I wonder if they allow weapons on the Kalypsia.
I guess we'll find out.
I imagine regardless there will be plenty that will attempt to bring them.
Yes, that always seems to be the case. People will always want to have their keepsakes on them.
And plenty of mercenaries, or at least a duo of them, are looking to get on. I'm sure they'll do whatever they can to keep their weapons on hand. And if anyone lets them do it, then, well, that's a precedent. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious. I'll wait from the back before I make any decisions.
Actually, that's a good question that just came into my mind. What do you all plan to do after you aboard the Kalypsia?
To be honest, I'm more sort of here for the curiosity. But probably look for some work, whether it be temporary or a little more permanent. We'll see. Depends on the landscape, I'm sure, as well. If it's made by dwarves, I have some... what's the word? Hesitations when it comes to what it will, it being a hospitable landscape, you know, much greenery or whatnot.
That's
But,
fair.
odd jobs, see where we go from there. Might set up a, little, medicine man place. I have some knowledge in herbs at the very least, but again, we'll see if that even matters there, if they can't even have a garden. Other than that, maybe make and sell bandages and whatnot. I'm sure they need something like that.
We will most likely be making stops to multitudes of places too. It would not just be on the Kalypsia, but as well as where we land.
It's true. See some interesting sights, I'm sure. I'm curious where the next stop is.
I too.
I should wonder how far they have their journey planned ahead.
I'd imagine it's known. But in fact, I imagine once whoever's on it gets off, if there are anyone on it to get off, that's when word of mouth starts to spread where they land next. But I suppose there's no way of knowing until it is out there. How about you? How do you plan to survive the Kalypsia?
Play for the masses.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, it is my dream is so simple.
No, I just realized I should have expected that answer is all. I don't know why I did not. What, do you play an instrument or?
I play a multitude of instruments, actually.
Ooh. What's your favorite?
The conductor.
Not heard of that one, but now I'm very curious.
It is the one and only instrument that I need.
Oh? What is it, like a flute?
It is a conduit.
Ah. Are we in the presence of a mage?
Nothing I can do that will most likely sort of slice my enemies or even help me in that sort of aspect, but more so being able to make sounds and project stuff that most likely will at least be a fantastical sort of spectacle.
Well, now you are a man after my own heart. I cannot wait till I see something like that then.
One day for sure. As much as I would love to play for a single man, I need to make a living somehow and be able to gain as much attention as possible and have coins literally thrown my way.
I'll eagerly await your show then.
Hopefully you will be there then.
Oh, hello there again.
Hello.
Hello.
I've met you before, but
Have you met the crow?
Hope those
This
aren't your
giant
boys.
crow.
oh. Well, if you're the one that I saw across the river, then maybe.
It
you
is a
might be
bad
able to
joke.
confirm.
Oh my goodness.
What was the joke?
Why did the crow cross the river?
Well, probably to get to the beans.
Yes, that is the joke now.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that one will do well in your shows.
Probably not well in a song.
Fair enough. Could make it work, I'm sure.
A song about a crow that crosses a river to get to beans. If I could make it work, then I think
It would take a lot of extra stuff added, but I'm sure it could work as a basic idea.
I suppose if the song is absolutely abstract in that. Though I'm sure no one will understand what I'm trying to get at with a sort of song like that. Oh. Anyway, I apologize. I did not catch your name.
Oh, I'm Clara.
Clara.
I guess I don't know either. None of your names.
Daku.
Okay, Daku.
You really are not formalities.
Can you say that again? You're a little quiet.
Lord Elrond Faven.
Lord Elrond Faven. Okay.
Jasper
And you
Sarvel.
Jasper. Well, it's good to meet you all and get your names, and I hope I see you more around Milsante while you're still here. I'm assuming you're for Kalypsia too.
You'd be
What
right.
with your wild.
Yes, it
get
is. I don't know what to make of that, but yes, I am there. It is the wildest tourist attraction, and I am a nomadic bard. You can see why I'd want to sort of be on board, as that is as nomadic as it gets.
And if you're not used to comments on the clothes, I'm sure you're going to get a lot more of those, so head hard on yourself now.
There's already gossip about me. I don't need more. Though I suppose any reputation is good reputation, as long as it is some form of advertisement.
That's fair. I don't know if you heard it around, my lord, but apparently you two are, he's a member of your court or something of the like.
Is
One of
that
your
the
attendants.
case now? Well, I apologize if I have caused such untoward rumor.
Small price to pay for the favor.
I suppose it might, Jasper.
Forgive me, we are talking in
If you
tongues.
don't mind my asking, where are you from that sort of outfit is, well, normal?
It is hence putting emphasis on the nomadic part of it. I wear these clothing because it makes me stand out more. People will have their heads swiveled for me longer than anticipated, and therefore it is a sort of strategic self-advertisement of people wondering what I am, and then when I do show, I stand out the most.
I see. Well, it certainly works.
As intended.
Oh my. What's the most interesting place you've been?
The most interesting place I've been.
Can't say Kalypsia, that's a cop
Don't be eating too many of those.
It is.
Well, that's
I've
just
yet
you.
to be there, of course.
They
So
don't
I,
belong to
no,
you.
I've not been there.
Fair enough.
I suppose the place I would have to pick. It's Valinor, the place encapsulated by mountains, correct?
I
I-
believe so.
We do have our range of
The-
mountains to the border.
Oh,
I would not say that
are you
I've been.
from there?
Yes, I've not been
Oh,
to Valinor itself, the cities
well, that
itself,
makes sense, being a
but
elf and all, but
seeing how the mountains sort of surround that place is truly a sight to behold. It's like it has its own grand walls. Many people travel upon those from in and out of that place. So, not the strangest place, but wow, I cannot speak. A spectacle.
I'm sure. I'm not as well traveled myself, I'm afraid. Made my way up from the southern side of Celestia up to the actual capital itself, and then took a ship. Then traveled a few days from the capital city nearby. I can't remember the name. So, not as well versed, I'm afraid. But it is exciting. Maybe we'll get the chance to see it if Kalypsia ever makes its way there. I wonder how fast the city goes.
Hopefully.
Will we feel it?
That is a good question.
Yes, that is an
It's definitely weird talking about a city that moves, but they do say it's big enough for that, I suppose.
I guess it would be different from the boat.
I wonder what happens to
Too
all the.
high.
I wonder what happens to all the birds that sort of get in its path.
I think any bird that is near here coming the coming days might have to watch out for that.
Yes, they might.
Don't you be flying in the way of that. It's
Must-
Kalypsia. Fly-majig.
With how big it is, I can't imagine that at some point in history someone was just sort of relaxing on a day off and they just see a dead bird fall from the sky.
That'd be awful.
Well, you'd think you'd be able to see, unless it was really cloudy or something. But they should be able to see the shadow or the spot in the sky.
Depends on how fast the ship goes.
Exactly.
What do we know? It could be a comet across the sky.
If that is the case, it might not be too pleasant.
Oh, what's that?
Shooting stuff.
Oh, like the... Right, okay. That makes sense.
But who knows? Maybe it'll take a few months to get somewhere. I don't know. I have no context. Maybe I should ask Leto. He seems to be a little more in the information. I don't know if you know who Leto is.
Can't say the name is familiar.
I want to say he's a celestial of some sort, but I'm not too in the know of the finite parts of that. He's one of the gunsmiths. He has the pistol on his front.
Well, if you're looking for less,
Smaller white wings.
they honestly just say celestials are just elves with wings.
Okay.
Is that something I should take to heart, or is this a...
It's the racial profiling.
Okay. I'll try and avoid that comment then, if it's all the same.
In all the same aspect, they say elves are just discount celestials.
And who says that to you?
Word getting around.
No one here, I'm sure.
It's perhaps those that are a little less inclined for the elven kind, and vice versa with celestials. That celestials are just winged elvins.
Interesting. Well, I'll keep your beef with the celestials in mind, I suppose.
Well,
nice bit of dragons around as well.
Yeah, that is true. There are many with those spiked tails.
There are quite a few dragonkin, yeah.
One.
Just more of the strange sights to behold that Kalypsia's brought here to Milsante.
There's one there that, I took my best to avoid them, but, one there seemed very, shy? But I don't know. They seemed fine when I wasn't around, so We'll see. Maybe they're not fond of
Which
humans.
one was that?
One with the group I met you with. I don't
Which
remember
one? There
the
were
name.
two of them. Which one?
Oh, was there two? All right. Heck,
There was Aelfie that had the purple and white, and I didn't get the
Purple-eyed
other one's
one.
name. Oh, her. But it sounded like, well, she come from an island off the coast of Hino Day, I think. She wasn't. She's not very used to normal things. So I don't think she's used to people either.
Fair enough. Perhaps they've known each other then. That would make sense, actually. It is interesting, though, showing up to a place and not knowing a single person. But it's also a little refreshing, I suppose. I guess you're used to that at this point.
Very much so.
It's interesting, at the very least. Makes first impressions feel both more important and also significantly less, because half these people I'll probably never see again.
It's a live and alone type feeling. Anywho, I think I will retire for the night. Hopefully I will see you guys in the coming days. And if if our paths do not
I'll see you around,
cross
Jasper.
on the Kalypsia, then I do hope the rest of life treats you well.
Of course. I'm sure I'll be seeing you at the very least, Jasper. We had to, not. Take care.
I'm also gonna head back to my shop now. You shut up from me. You don't. Have a good night in the inn.
You have a good night as well, Clara.